The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog just launched a new game mode, Ladders, where you're going to 500 times your money. When you also sign up for your new account, use the promo code MLB SGPN, get a $1,000 bonus credit. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank can bill for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet. Promo code SGPN, get a $25 deposit match bonus. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Game Podcast Network. It is currently Friday morning, May 9th, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm Roast Episode Scott Reichel, joined again by Adam Rosenberg. Together, we're going to break down the props for the Friday games. So 3 props each. Adam, how's it going with you? Almost the weekend. You excited?
I am. So this is my hell week. It's anniversaries this weekend. Son's birthday is 13th. Wife's birthday is the 16th. Mother's Day is Sunday.
Yeah.
So I hope that we win because I need to have money.
That was the thing about this upcoming weekend is that I have to always figure out what is a good Mother's Day gift because I did flowers last time, and I can't tell if I can recycle the flower idea or if I need something different each time.
You could recycle that. You
Okay.
can absolutely recycle that.
Yeah, definitely would help if I won a couple bets to help pay for the flowers. But either way, a point is, in case you forgot, Mother's Day actually is on Sunday. So if you had to get any gifts done, you might want to try to get that done this weekend. But anyway, I know for the last episode, I was a great neutral in the episode. I was 1-1-1. So that's how I went. Shout out to Jonah Heim for the single. Mayo didn't play, and then I ended up losing something that I forgot what it was. But either way, I went 1-1-1. And then I believe you went, I forgot if you went 2-1 or 1-2. I don't remember. But
I think I went 1-2. I can't remember what my third play was. I have Grant Holmes. Oh, Sanchez. No, I went 2-1 because I had Sanchez under hits. Didn't I? Yeah.
I don't remember if you had hits or strikeouts.
Yeah, I did have hits. I had Sanchez under hits. Bryce Miller under outs is what I have listed here. And then Grant Holmes. Oh no, I guess not. Maybe I missed a day. Whatever. We'll figure it out. I think I was probably
either way.
We win a fair amount, so I'm not really worried about it.
I know we were 1 pick away from the underdog, from what I remember, because Otani hit a triple instead of a home run. They walked him.
Yeah, dude. Which was we were ballsy on it either way, but yeah, that was painful.
Yeah, we're going to go for some crazy underdog stuff if we need to. But overall, I know Wu got there, so we did win a couple of things from the underdog entry as well. But hopefully we'll end up winning the entry here on Friday. Anyway, do want to ask you, Adam, anything you want to talk about, or should we just move on to the actual plays?
I'm trying to think. Is there anything I want to talk about? I don't know. We talked about before that Alex Bregman MVP that we gave out. Gave out at 90-1. That's a little bit of a sprinkle. It's 45-1 now. Shout out to Colby Marchio in the chat who also has it at 100-1. But just saying, if you like value in mythical CLV, we got future CLV. By the way, future CLV is garbage, but anyway, it's great.
By the way, I do want to ask you, just for the hell of it, are you annoyed that Hyde was not the first manager fired?
Very annoyed, because I had that bet.
Yeah. I wanted to bring that up because I know the Pirates did fire Shelton. Talked about it briefly on the show yesterday, but I do want to ask you for your thoughts there. I'm not saying Shelton's a good manager, but what the hell is he supposed to do with that team?
I don't know what he's supposed to. It's a poorly managed team. I don't know what he was supposed to do with that. It doesn't make any sense. To do that, but you know what? Whatever.
Either way, but the point is, we think Hyde is a dead man walking in Baltimore, but apparently Shelton was a deader man in Pittsburgh because the front office is incompetent and they wanted to use him as a scapegoat. So
I figured out my plays from the other day. Now I was on Sanchez, I was on Grant Holmes, and then I did the home run parlay that did not win.
Oh, okay, all right,
whatever. But people are still up.
It's fine. It's all good. Once again, I basically went completely neutral. I was 1-1-1. So
you cornered the market on guys that end up not playing for the last 3 episodes.
Yes, I did. Shout out to Kobe Mayo who didn't play. Anyway, a point is though time to move on into the games here for Friday. Before we get into any of the actual props, the reminder that you can find all of our picks and our podcasts on the SGPN apps and on the SGPN app completely free in the App Store today. Moving on to the props here for the Friday card. Adam, as always, I'll let you go first. What's going to be your first prop for the card today?
My first prop, we're going back to our boy, friend of the pod, Max Meyer, 7 Ks at +1. I get 148. Market may have moved against me. Market may have gotten better. I don't care. But a reminder, anything plus 120 or higher, I do to win a unit to manage risk. But Max Meyer, no Ks in his last start, but he still has elite whiff stuff. He still has elite strikeout stuff. And he gets a pretty solid start against the White Sox, who, while I have argued to people are hitting with a little bit more contact, I will right now go to the last 30 plate appearances of this presumed starters on this team. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with K rates 23 or higher, 3 guys with K rate, or 2 guys with K rates of 31% or higher, and 3 guys with K rates, 3 guys with K's whiffs plus like basically a form of a chase rate, 35%. These guys stink. So this is a solid spot, I think, for Max Meyer to get right against a not good team.
Yeah, you remember when the White Sox actually won the weekend series against Houston?
I do.
They haven't won since. In fact, they've scored a total of 4 runs combined in the last 4 games after that against Kansas City. So, yeah, this team offensively is no bueno, and I see them struggling against Meyer in this one as well. I'm moving on to my first play. I'm actually going to go with all hitter props today. I'm going to go with the Brewers and Rays game. Give me Curtis Mead. I'm going to take his under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 130. Believe it or not, Mead has actually been horrific, and I feel like people don't realize how bad he's actually been. So far this season, he's had less than 2 hits, runs, and RBIs in 22 of his first 25 games this season. To make matters worse, he's played in 19 home games this season. He's had a less than 2 HRR in 18 of those 19 home games. Quintana's pitching for Milwaukee. He was not good last time against Chicago, but he has been great in every other start this season. Against lefties, he was actually good last year. This year, not so much.
Nobody on that team can hit a lefty. They're terrible.
Not at all. But against lefties this season, Mead has a 118 batting average and a 225 on base. This guy stinks. It's minus 130. I get that last year he might have been okay. But the point is, if you've gone under this number on a regular basis, and Quintana, who I actually like, is a lefty, and your entire team, first of all, is bad offensively. The Rays are bottom 10 in runs per game. Second of all, they're especially bad against lefties. I think it's a very good spot to fade what I think is a pretty bad hitter. So give me Curtis Mead on the under, 1.5 HRR at minus 130. If you wanted to get greedy, you can get the under half a hit at like plus 150. If you wanted to get greedy there, I can see a hit, but the point is Tampa can't score anyway. So I don't trust them to actually knock him in if he actually does get a hit in this game. But I think Mead's going to do nothing in this game. So give me the under 1.5 HRR. Any thoughts there? I know that we both think Tampa's not very good.
I don't like the price, but like I agree with the cap.
Well,
it's only more just like me being like an elite, like I'm just a snob about, you know me, I'm just a snob about that stuff. Like the cap is tight. If you have juice appetite for 130, it's fine. 44 WRC plus over the last 5 games. And if you go against lefties, let me go to the plate appearances. Last 30 plate appearances against lefties. He's not walking and he's not striking out, but he's the last 30 plate appearances, 24 at bats, an average of 125, a BABIP of 158. I wouldn't mind the no hit, to be totally honest.
I was going to say, if you wanted to pivot, you can get a no hitter. Like
I kind of like the no hit. I mean, it's just he's just terrible.
I wanted to fade him in some capacity. That's kind of the point. So
no, he's no hit. He's been walking, but he stinks. I mean, I agree with it.
So there you go. That's my first thought on that one. I'll ask you though, if you want to move on into your next prop, what do you like?
I am going to another alpha who is in. I'm going with Tariq Skubal. 8 Ks at plus 144.
I read somewhere, by the way, that guy's a good pitcher.
He's a very good pitcher. He's going against, so he is against the Rangers, who we previously had talked a lot about, don't strike out a lot. But lately, they have. I am on handygraphs.com, and I am looking at the last 30 plate appearances versus lefties on Texas, and every single player who is starting, with the exception of Adolis Garcia, has a K rate above 20%. Adolis has one of 20% against lefties in their last 30 plate appearances. The WOBAs are low. This is terrible. Yeah, it might it might be a ladder situation. I think you and I will probably end up taking this.
Well, I did want to ask you about Scooball, though, because he did have a pretty small pitch count last start. We thought that it was a bit of a weird type of line there against the Angels.
Still at 8.
No, I know. No, my point is he had 8 with a small pitch count, but I am wondering why he had the small pitch count in the first place. I'm assuming he's fine now, right?
Let's see. They were up 9. They won 9-1.
That was all in the ninth inning.
It was all ninth inning?
That was the game where Riley graded the 2 home runs in the ninth inning.
I don't know.
They were trailing 1-0 in like the 7th.
I was in Detroit, so I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. He
should be fine. I was just wondering because I know that he got.
They're just he's off of. He had an injury 2 years ago. Like they're just probably managing it. It's also like, have you seen how the Angels have been losing?
Well, they lose in a lot of different ways because they suck at baseball.
They stink. So
they're really bad.
I can rip up that Ron Washington Manager of the Year.
It was fun while it lasted, though. You had a fun week while they hit home runs. Yeah.
I also have him for worst record too. I got both ends in here.
The Rockies might have something to say about that, but I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, the problem with the Rockies is once they call up young guys, everything's going to be good. The Angels are going to sell any of their guys.
Oh, they should. The question is, will anybody want to buy Trout? I don't know.
I don't think I'm not talking about Trout.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I'm talking about TDA.
That would be one piece.
Soler, like all these guys, all those dudes. No one wants to buy Trout.
I'm actually curious what the point of having Ben Joyce actually is on this team. But that could be a guy you could.
What's the point? No, it's not what the point of having Ben
Jansen?
Joyce. Why do they have Jensen?
Yeah,
Joyce.
I would let Joyce close, but whatever.
I would let Joyce close.
Jensen's been fine besides the outing where he gave up like 9 runs in the 9th inning. But
well, they're trying to get him. I'm assuming they're just trying to get him the record.
I think so. You're trying to sell tickets? I don't know. I don't
fun
get
stadium.
It. Fun stadium, terrible ownership.
Yeah.
So either way, I like Scooball as well. You know, Scooball is a guy who we like to back because we back good players and fade bad players, and Scooball is definitely a good player. And now that Yamamoto got shelled the last start, is he back to being the best pitcher in the league? Maybe. We'll see.
Yamamoto is still the best. Yamamoto is still up there with him, but that was also just like it was a horrific spot for the Dodgers.
It was. It was really one bad pitch.
We nailed the cap on that game the night before on our little Zoom. I was like, dude, we're taking Diamondbacks first to 3. We're taking all of this because you got off a plane from Miami,
and it was all in one swing because Moreno had the grand slam there, and I think it was the 4th inning. But
I woke up to that text from you, and I was like, oh crap, we cooked.
Yeah, and Brandon Pfaadt actually pitched pretty well.
He pitches really well at home. I like Brandon Pfaadt.
Yeah, I used to be somewhat lukewarm, but he's actually been pretty good for that team this season. Anyway, before I get into my second prop for the Friday card, a reminder that we are brought to you by our sponsor, the Circa Ultimate Fantasy Football Giveaway, because Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas giving away an ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league, the draft in Vegas, to be treated like VIPs for their stay. Winner will receive a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino for the entire 12-person league. Hold your draft at a cabana, stadium swim with a $5,000 food and beverage credit. That's a lot of food. Limo transportation to and from the airport, welcome party at Legacy Club for the league. I was there with you, Legacy Club. That was fun. Reservation at the world's largest sportsbook with a $500 beverage credit for the league. 2-hour open bar package for the league at Overhang Bar. Contest duration is from May 5th to June 30th. Enter by going to sportsgambling.com/circa. That's sportsgambling.com/CIRCA. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost, the first ever banking bill for bettors. You can also ensure that all your gambling transactions are approved, no usage fees and no imbalance. You can also catch rewards, 100% approval for opening deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN, and a reminder, deposit $25 and eligible to match a deposit. Edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy because they just launched a new game mode of ladders. Went to 500 times your entry by watching your favorite players climb the ladder. And a reminder, you do sign up for your new account, use the promo code MLBSGPN to get a $1,000 bonus credit and a special pick for first-time deposit. And a reminder, you go to underdogfantasy.com, promo code MLBSGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first 3 props that we have for the Friday card. Halfway point, time to move on into my second prop for the card. So I'm going to go with a hitter prop again, and for this one I am going to go with a Philly because they have been just mashing the ball lately. Nice comeback win yesterday, by the way.
That was a good win. That was a really good win on a getaway day.
It was. I thought they were dead when Turner missed that home run by about a foot, but either way, they ended up coming back in the 9th inning and they got the job done in extras. But speaking of Trey Turner, I am going to go with this 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I'll go with the over at -125. He's had at least 2 HRR in 6 of the last 7. He's also had at least 3 HRR in 5 straight road games. He's been great at the top of the lineup. We know the Phillies have been performing well. Harper was quiet yesterday, but of course they do have a lot of guys who can do damage in that lineup. Turner's got speed. He makes contact, and he's definitely a good base runner. I think it's a good spot. Gavin Williams, I'm not high on. We know that he's a guy who allegedly has good stuff, yet he really doesn't pitch that well, at least as often as people think he should. And I think he might struggle in this outing. But the Phillies have been performing well. They scored 7+ runs in, I believe, 5 straight games or around there. So they have been just mashing. And I do think Turner, who does bat at the top of the order, should have some solid opportunities to either score runs, get multiple hits, etc. So I do think it's a good spot for Turner. I'll take the Turner 1.5 HRR at -125. Any thoughts there?
I like the base. I like the bases more.
Okay, it's fine.
The totals low. The hit rate's the same. It's +135.
Yeah, I still like that too.
I would take the bases before I take the HRR.
I was going to say he also had 2 hits yesterday.
It's not even about 2 hits. It's just that when a total's low, you want to, and you're talking about a hot batter. Like HRR is a measurement of lineup health, and you completely are right. Like the lineup is hitting right now, and they're scoring a bunch of runs, but the juice isn't worth the squeeze on something like this, where the hit rate's the same. He's swinging well. Bet on the batter that's hot. All he has to do is get a double. And when it's a low-scoring game, which is what the line is telling us it's going to be, that means that he could get stranded as a double. Harper could strand him there, all that stuff. I like that more. The cap is still the same. I'm a little bit higher on Gavin Williams today than you are, but Trey Turner's still been great.
Well, you're mentioning today. I just mean in general. Gavin Williams is a pretty, I'd say, standard battler is the word I'll use. He'll use a ton of pitches. He'll get
That's
through
what
like
I love.
5 innings.
Yeah, I love that about him, though. It's like he's like my Bobby Miller of the AL.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just want to point out that he could be a lower scoring game, but he also has allowed 7 hits in 3 straight. So he's giving up some contact recently. He also doesn't really go 5 that often. I believe is under 15.5 outs, like -135. So they're picking him to battle like he always does. So I think the Phillies can get enough guys on base, set up some opportunities, but I agree that you can also go for the bases if you want to go for a pivot at plus money. Anyway, I do want to ask you, though, for your final prop on the Friday card, what do you like?
Our guy, Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown is awesome. And he's going against the Reds, who I think K'd like 1 billion times in 3 games against the shout out to Justin McLevy, who's just dumping plays in the chat. Like, I love it. Put that on screen. So move the chat over to screen, like blindly just dumping plays. I like his over Ks, like 7 Ks for him against the Reds. The Reds just were a turnstile in the series against the Braves. Hunter Brown, we love. He's got 9 Ks. He's at 9 Ks in 3 straight games. He is over set. He has 7 or more in 7 out of his last 9. He's good at baseball. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
It's also the Reds at home, who we know don't hit really well at home, by the way.
Yes, at least as much as we think they probably should. I think the only guy who showed up yesterday, who was it? Like Friedel at 2 home runs and nobody else did anything.
Shout out to Justin's pockets. The Justin's pockets are
deep pockets.
Crazy big. These Jenko jeans. What are those? These are like, what are they? The Jenko jeans that you would wear, like with the big bell bottom thing.
I just hope you have enough room for all those plays in your pocket.
I hope you do. Yeah, those are big pockets, man.
But yeah, I definitely like some of the prices you're throwing out there too. Also, some +135s, +165s, mixing in totals, mixing in player props. I like it. It's a nice blend.
Yeah,
for
totally.
the once again pockets there. But either way, for my final play, I am going to go to the hitter prop as well. I am going to go with that Rangers and Tigers game. You said I'm the king of picking players who might not play. I'll test out that theory. I'm going to go with the recent call-up, Ezekiel Duran. I'm going to go with his under half a total base at +120. He's only here because Pilar got injured. So he got called up because Pilar ended up, of course, getting hurt because he always does. But you're looking at his recent numbers this season, not good. 14 plate appearances. He has 0 hits. You mentioned Skubal is pitching, who's pretty good. Last season, he only batted .209 against lefties. He might not play. We'll see. He was very good in AAA this season. But the point is, he was only called up because Pilar got hurt. He's 0 for 14 in plate appearances this season, and Skubal is Skubal. So I feel like it's a good price here at plus 120. He wasn't great against lefties. We know.
No, I'm into it. I didn't even know Kevin Pillar was still in the league, but like backing him
Well,
up,
he is, but now he's there in spirit.
dead.
He got injured. Again,
by the way, Rodney pointing out Houston is the home team. I don't know if I said that they were away or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the cap for me on Hunter Brown. But the Reds was I think is what I was mentioning. Oh, Reds are not the home team. You're right. Reds are on the road. That's the point. Yeah, Reds stink. I don't really care. So but anyway, back to your play, Scott. I like it. I would put 5 pockets full.
I hope he plays, but I'm just saying plus 120 with Skubal pitching when he just got called up. Once again, 0 hits this season and 14 at bats. Yeah, have fun with the best pitcher in the league. I think this is a pretty good matchup there.
Nope, I'm super into it.
Fading Duran. Anything else you want to add? Any jokes you want to make before we move on to the the best bets and the underdog entry?
Why don't I give out a dong?
Okay, that's fine.
Let's look at it. Let's see. Or actually, I'll do something even better, guys. I have been really big on these team to hit a home run thing. You know what? I'll just find someone to hit a dong. I'm not going to get cute here. Home runs per 9. Let's go with well, see, this Dodgers team has got to go against lefties. This Dodgers team does not do well against lefties.
I think my home run pick from the show earlier was a Butler, but that was mostly just wanting to fade Warren and backing Butler and Kern.
Let me see. I don't mind. Could do okay. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now, and I'll tell you if
I saw the clip though on Twitter. Are you gonna plug Pasquatch?
No, isn't that great? That was fun. That was fun. That was a really fun clip. He's just a fun guy to bet on. But let me just see if this is the guy I think I want. Yeah, guys, you know you should take to hit a home run. Take Kiki.
Okay.
Kiki Hernandez. Yeah, I like Kiki Hernandez to hit a home run.
So there you go. That's an option.
6-1
there for home
Kiki
runs.
Hernandez kind of owns lefties. Let me just see in terms of pitch mix.
That's what he's known for. He's good against lefties. That's basically
all he does. Yeah. Kiki Hernandez.
Okay, there we go. So you said that was 6-1. If you want a bonus home run,
6-1. 6-1. He's got 6-1. He's got 9 plate appearances and a home run, 2 extra base hits against Erod. I bet his bases and then you sprinkle on the home run.
Yeah. So I can get behind that too. Anyway, before we get into the best bets and the underdog entry, a reminder that we are brought to you by our sponsor, Rhythm, because they are the home of A-Bet picks and pros, also available for the NBA playoffs and for the MLB prop markets. They also build your own model, very simple and easy to do. They also give you a 7-day free trial if you want to try it out for free. But a reminder that we always give out a Rhythm play in each episode, which sometimes we do use for the underdog entries. I'll ask you, Adam, what do the robots like today?
Let me look. Robots cooked last night, dude.
Yes, they did.
The robots were cooking. For those who are just like, what's going on? I mean, I'm sorry, but if you are like, if it's 8:00 and you got just 2 West Coast games left, just follow the robots, man. Follow the robots on this one. The robots knew what they were doing. Let us look at what they really like today. They like a good Vasquez start. I don't know if I can get behind that. Let's see. No, I do not want to back. I don't want to back Vasquez. Let's see. Oh, here's one that's always fun. We got Jordan Hicks going under his outs. I don't like Jordan Hicks.
What a fun pitching matchup, by the way, between Hicks and Paddock today. What a fun matchup.
I mean, who's the home team?
The Twins.
He's been better.
They've been better lately, but then again, they also played the Orioles, who we both hate.
He's been better.
So.
Let me keep looking. We finished a little bit early, so okay. So actually, this one maybe. No, I don't like Quintana against that. Oh, here's our guy. All right, I got one. The Fede over
Fetty Wap. Okay.
Fetty Wap. So is he? Are they home or are they away?
The Cardinals, I believe, are away because they're, I think, in Washington, and they're terrible on the road.
Oh, they are terrible, and so is he. Dang. I still kind of like it, though.
See, I didn't know if it was going to be a pro-Fetty or an anti-Fetty prop, but
no, it's an over-outs on him, because like a lot of the ways that they take some of this stuff is very contrarian. There's not a ton of stuff that they like. Let me look on the hitting.
I don't know if I would have wanted it anyway, though. The Cardinals didn't play yesterday.
Yeah,
so I don't have the entire bullpen.
I don't like that stuff. Well, no, it's on it. Yeah, I agree.
You said over, so.
So let's see. They like, but But pitching wise, here, I'm just going to go to their strikeouts and see if there's somebody who I do like that's on here. For the purposes of our, they have like Littell, Scubal. So is Kyle Hendricks been striking guys out? Oh, the Orioles are a turnstile. So actually, I don't actually hate this that much. So Kyle Hendricks, 4 Ks at plus money. They like.
He went 7 innings last start. That counts for something.
He does not have K stuff, but
First struck out 3 guys in 7 2/3 last start, but Detroit has
he
actually been good.
This would be a stretch. Okay, one last look through.
I don't know if it is a stretch though. Baltimore stinks, so we can make an argument.
Baltimore really stinks.
They're really bad.
I would rather. Okay, so I think I'd rather. You know what I want to do? Maybe we'll just take the. How long did Soriano last night?
Let me check that. I'm assuming not that long because they lost 8-5. Well, let me just quickly
check.
Well
then let's take Hendricks. Let's
take went 5 innings. He went 5 innings.
Okay, so and then let me look at the bullpen. The bullpen is probably dead.
They didn't use any of the main guys. In fact, they used a bunch of bad relievers yesterday.
Kyle Hendricks, do you want to do his they really like his over outs here.
What's the number at?
It's a very high. It's a 2016 Kyle Hendricks number of 16 and a half.
I'm not against that though, because we know that he is a guy.
He just came up. But the problem is I don't agree with the robots here. This is a smash under because he just came off 102 pitches.
Well, I was gonna say the pitch count's usually like definitely in his favor because he just pounds the strike zone.
He just pounds, yeah, but he's also just gets pounded. Okay, last one I'm going to look at is a Quintana thing.
You can pick a different sport if you want to, by the way.
No, that's not much fun. Oh, let's do this. Okay, here. We're going to do Quintana under 16 and a half outs.
Okay.
He's gone over it. He's gone under it, I should say. He was under it in 2 straight starts. We don't like Tampa Bay, but Quintana also, kind of gets his, doesn't go deep. And
Brewers did not play yesterday, so the entire bullpen's available.
Yeah, so let's do that. He doesn't go. He's not like the deep guy. Let's just do that.
No, he's a pretty standard. Did they play yesterday? I don't believe they did. Yeah, point is that Quintana's always a guy who battles and his pitch count's pretty high, but he finds ways to go like 5 innings, 1 run. That's kind of what he does. But yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with the Quintana under on his outs recorded. Anyway, a reminder, though, when you do sign up for Rhythm, you can use one of the 2 discount codes. They have a monthly discount and annual discount. Monthly discount, use the code SGPN25 for 25% off per month and 50% off the annual discount by using the promo code SGPN50. It's Rhythm, promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50. And reminders, get the 7-day free trial by going to sportsgambling.com/rhythm. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Who's bookie?
My bookie.
My bookie is the place in every sport. They have the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, they have tennis, they have baseball, you name it. They have props at every game as well. They also can be accessed from a ton of locations. Also use crypto for only fast payouts, easy deposits. But once again, you can head to mybookie.ag with the promo code SGPN to get a 1,000 to get a 100% odds match up to 1K. Terms and conditions apply. MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our 3 favorite props each for the Friday card. Time to move on into the best bets portion of the show. Adam, what's your favorite prop out of the 3 you gave out?
Probably Scubal to carve up some dudes.
That was going to be my guess for you.
Yeah.
So for mine, I mean, you mentioned the pricing, but I'll go with it anyway. Actually, you know what? I would say Durham, but there's a chance he doesn't play. I'll go with Mead under 1.5 HRR. If you want to pivot to the no hits, that's fine too. I like plus 150. That's fine. But he's had less than 2 HRR in 22 of his first 25 games this season, batting 118 against lefties. He's been a mess. Tampa's been a mess. It's good enough for me. Give me the under there on Mead, 1.5 HRR. Now it's time for the underdog entry for the show. Adam, do you want to recycle any of the plays that we already had from the show?
I think we want to let's take this Quintana under or lower outs here. I don't want to recycle anything.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. But let's do this. So Quintana lower 16.5 pitching outs.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's our rhythm robot play. Let's see what else we got here. Do we have, let me see if there's other pitchers or hitters that we like. You know what? Let's do Kiki. Let's do Kiki bases.
Okay, that's fine. Probably a good price.
Yeah.
Said it was 6-1 for home runs and bases.
He doesn't even
be plus money.
Why does he not come up?
Is he listed as Enrique Hernandez?
Yeah, that's probably why. Enrique. He's not coming up, which is sad.
That's a shame.
That's a real shame.
It's a great matchup against Erod too.
He's a really great matchup. Hold on, this has got to be something. Oh, here, well, let's go by my games.
Did you type in Hernandez and then see if it
I
popped
did,
up?
but it's probably because it doesn't have like the right accent somewhere. Oh wait, the Yankees are in Sacramento. Want to just bet Judge Homer there, like blindly? I don't care who's starting.
I mean, I think Judge is in line for a good game every day. Guy's the best hitter in the league.
Is this game not happening or something weird? Oh, there it is. Shohei, Freddie, Sasaki, Erod. They don't even list him.
Boo.
That's terrible.
Boo.
The audacity. Oh, you know who else isn't a bad matchup though? Is Podges. Podges is really good against.
I mean, Paz has been doing pretty well recently. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he's. I'll take him. We can take him. Let's take him. Higher 1.5 total bases.
Okay.
And then we could go to this. Do you want to just go for glory? Who's pitching for the A's?
It is Bido, I believe, who has not been particularly good.
I mean,
total's a 10.5, so you're expecting kind of some chaos tonight.
Oh, dude, I mean,
Bido's allowed 7 home runs and 36 in a third. Like he's been giving up.
I think. So should we take Judge?
Or
do you want to just be smart? His bases is 2.5.
No, but what's the point of that? Like at that point, you need a double and a single, or you're gonna need a home run. Like there are better ways to go about it than the 2.5 bases.
Do you want to do Will Warren under K's?
I mean, I think he stinks.
So does Colby. Colby Marchio was in the chat. He thinks he stinks too.
He's horrible.
I think I might be on an island and thinking that he might not totally stink. But
I mean, every time I watch him play, there's 3 runs for the other team minimum. So that's kind of where
let's do his lower strikeouts then.
Yeah, we also had the running joke that every A's game would finish with like 15 runs. So
yeah.
We might get
so
that
okay,
again.
so we have Jose Quintana, rhythm robot play, lower 16.5 pitching outs. Andy Podges.
16.5 or 15.5?
16.5.
Okay, cool. All
right. Andy Podges, higher 1.5 total bases.
Okay.
Will Warren, lower 4.5 strikeouts.
Okay, there we go. And what is the payout on that?
6.78.
There we go. It's a solid number.
All right. I'm shipping it for I just shipped it for us.
That is going to wrap it up for the prop show here on Friday. We'll be back once again with the prop show on Monday. A reminder, if you want our picks for the Saturday games, go and have the regular MLB show at 5 p.m. Eastern. I believe it is Dylan and I later on today. A reminder, once again, before you forget, get a Mother's Day gift. It's on Sunday. Don't forget about it. Anyway, point is, until next time, find me on Twitter at Reichel Radio. Find him on Twitter at Hey Rosenberg. Until next time, good luck to all of you and all of your